Imagine meeting your hero, the one person you've admired for years, only to have the encounter take an unexpected turn. What if, instead of a handshake or autograph, they changed your life in a way you never saw coming, without even realizing the impact they had? This story begins with Sarah, a single mother doing everything in her power to build a future for her son, despite the constant struggle to make ends meet. Every day, she worked hard, putting in long hours just to get by, always dreaming of a better life for her child. Sarah had been following Paul Walker's career for years, from his adrenaline-fueled Fast and Furious days to his passionate work in ocean conservation. But what truly captured her heart wasn't just his fame, it was the genuine compassion he displayed when the cameras were off. Paul's dedication to giving back and making a difference in the world was something that inspired Sarah, reminding her that kindness and hope could exist even in a tough world. What Sarah didn't know was that life had a surprising turn in store for her. One day, she would find herself crossing paths with Paul in a way she never expected an encounter that would forever change the course of her life. She was about to experience a moment of generosity from Paul that would be as life-altering as it was unexpected. But what made this moment so unique wasn't the attention or spotlight it brought. It was the quiet, anonymous way in which Paul gave, offering Sarah a chance at a new beginning. This was a side of Paul that most fans never saw, and yet it was the one that made all the difference for Sarah. Curious to know what happened next? Let's dive deeper into the story. Sarah's life was a constant uphill climb. As a single mother, she juggled multiple jobs just to keep the roof over their heads, put food on the table, and make sure her son had everything he needed to stay in school. The weight of the world seemed to rest on her shoulders every day, but she never let her struggles show. She wore a smile, especially for her son, determined to protect him from the hardship she faced. She wanted him to grow up knowing love and hope, not the weight of financial worry. But deep inside, Sarah felt the stress of trying to do it all. One dream she held onto tightly was to take her son to see Fast and Furious 7, the latest film in a franchise that had bonded them together over the years. It wasn't just about watching the movie for Sarah, it represented a special moment they could share, a piece of joy that felt almost impossible given her circumstances. The excitement of seeing the movie on the big screen was a dream she was desperate to make come true, no matter the sacrifices it would take. But with rent due and bills piling up, it felt like a far-off fantasy. Despite all the odds, Sarah was determined. She wasn't going to give up on this simple yet powerful dream for her son. Little did she know, an unexpected twist of fate was about to turn her struggle into something extraordinary. Sarah's life was a relentless uphill battle. As a single mother, she balanced multiple jobs just to keep her son in school, pay the rent, and put food on the table. Every day felt like a new challenge, yet she hid her exhaustion behind a smile, determined to shield her son from the weight of their financial struggles. She wanted him to feel secure, loved, and hopeful, not burdened by the hardships they faced. Amid the daily grind, Sarah had one dream she clung to, taking her son to see Fast and Furious 7. For them, the franchise wasn't just about action-packed thrills. It was a shared love for the story, the characters, and the family bond the films represented. The idea of sitting together in the theater, enjoying the movie, and escaping their tough reality was a fleeting hope she wished she could make real. But with bills piling up and no room in the budget for luxuries, that dream seemed impossible. Yet, despite the odds, Sarah refused to let go of it. She told herself she would make it happen, no matter the sacrifice. What she didn't know was that life had a surprising twist in store. Her determination was about to lead her to an encounter that would change everything, turning her dream from something distant into a reality she couldn't have imagined. Without anyone knowing, Paul Walker orchestrated a special gift for Sarah and her son. It wasn't just movie tickets, it was a full experience. Travel, accommodations, and even some extra financial help during tough times were all covered. But here's the twist. Paul made sure Sarah would never know it was him. His team quietly reached out to her, arranging everything without revealing the source of the generosity. The only message Sarah received was simple. This is a gift from someone who cares about you both. No strings attached. For Sarah, it was a dream come true, but she never knew that the kind heart behind it was the very person she'd admired for years, Paul Walker, the hero she never expected. When Sarah received the call, her mind raced with disbelief. At first, she thought there must be some mistake. Who would do something like this for her? A stranger? She couldn't quite grasp what was happening. But when the details began to sink in when she learned that it was Paul Walker, the actor she had admired for so long, her world felt surreal. How could someone like him, someone with so much fame and fortune, reach out to her, a single mother with no connection to him? It didn't feel real. But what hit Sarah the hardest wasn't the movie tickets, or the travel, or the unexpected financial help. It was the thoughtfulness behind it all. A man who had everything: an extraordinary career, worldwide fame, and a life many would envy, had chosen to take time out of his packed schedule to do something kind for her, without any reason except for a deep sense of compassion. The gesture felt like a quiet acknowledgement that, despite the struggles, Sarah wasn't invisible. She mattered. And the fact that Paul, someone she had only ever seen from a distance, had chosen to lift her up in this way, filled her heart with a profound sense of gratitude. It wasn't just the gift, it was the message behind it. Sarah would never forget the kindness of a man who gave, not for recognition, but simply because he cared. What's truly beautiful about this story is how Paul Walker never sought attention for his acts of kindness. His generosity remained a secret, and Sarah never had the chance to thank him personally, but that didn't matter to him. For Paul, the joy came from knowing he made a difference in someone's life, without the need for applause or recognition. It wasn't about the fame or accolades, it was about quietly spreading love and positivity in the world. His legacy isn't just found in his iconic movie roles or his charity work, it's in these anonymous acts of kindness, the ones that continue to ripple through the lives of those who were touched by his compassion. Paul's true impact was felt in the hearts of those who received his generosity, reminding us all that the most powerful acts of love are often the ones done in silence. If you love this story, do share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to us.